Yep, I'm sleeping on the job. On a wooden mattress? Hi, I'm Sean. I design and build custom furniture. At least that was the plan when I quit my marketing job a few years ago to do this full time. For a long time, I had been obsessed with good design. I used to study the work of Lloyd Wright, and in the early 2000s, I actually visited Taliesin West in Arizona. That trip did something to me. I didn't just want to own good furniture, I wanted to build it. Then one day I saw a sideboard in a store that I thought would look fantastic in our house. They wanted $4,000 for that. And I thought, with the confidence of someone who had built exactly 0 pieces of fine furniture, I can make that. I had a job site saw, I had ambition, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. My design included dados, although at the time I didn't know what they were called, so I bought a dado stack. My glued up panels were way too wide for my saw and that dado stack, so I bought a router. The router bit slipped. It removed wood in a way that was not really part of the design. Then I decided dovetails would be nice, because if you're going to struggle, you might as well struggle decoratively. So I bought a dovetail bit and a template. I still own them. They're like a small museum exhibit titled Confidence. Then came the finish. Polyurethane seemed like a good idea. That's what everyone else was doing. And spraying it on seemed even better. And so I bought a cheap sprayer because the guy at the big box store said it would work just fine. What I achieved was less fine furniture and more cautionary tale. I made a mistake at almost every step, and yet we still use that sideboard today. It reminds me of something a manager once told me early in my engineering career. He said, fail fast. You can spend weeks thinking about how something might go wrong, or you can start building and find out. Either way, that router bit was going to slip. Which brings me to this project, a wood mattress. When a client contacted me, he said he'd been sleeping on the floor because it helped his back, but his wife was moving in, and she preferred something softer than oak flooring. So they wondered if a wooden mattress might be the solution. And I thought, this is either a terrible idea or a very educational one. The design consists of 12 supports, 18mm birch plywood frame, 14mm panels with rabbets, and an 18mm top panel. And altogether, about 45 kilograms of plywood, which is roughly the weight of a small refrigerator for sleeping. It took about a week to build and 30 minutes to install. And the first test seemed promising.
Oh, yes. That's so nice.
3 days later, he called and said he had slept great. But every time he moved, the mattress expressed its opinion. Wood makes noise, especially when it's 100 pounds of it. And it also turned out the whole system needed to be removable. So he had an idea. Instead of the full engineered assembly, he placed just the top panel on top of his regular mattress. And that worked. After a week of building, calculating, cutting joints, optimizing weight, the solution was one board. Now, you could call that a failure, but I don't really see it that way. We proved something, we learned something, and most importantly, we didn't spend 6 months theorizing about it. We built it, we tested it, we adjusted. We failed fast. Sometimes craftsmanship isn't about getting it perfect the first time. Sometimes it's about having the humility to say, that didn't work the way I thought it would. From a disastrous cherry sideboard to a 100-pound mattress experiment, every project leaves something behind. Skills, stories, or at the very least, better judgment, and occasionally a very expensive board.